Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can use the Ordinary Mineral UV filters SPF 15 and 30 with antioxidants in a skincare routine. So those are the Ordinary sunscreens, and I want to share with you an application guide as well as an example routine based on the different formulations that the Ordinary offers, as this can sometimes be quite confusing. So the example routine that I have prepared for you is really narrowed down in every little formulation as well as the order of application and how much you would need to use. And I took care that the treatments that I have picked, that they do not conflict with one another. So if you like to, you can go ahead and recreate that routine at home. So here you can see what it looks like. It's going to be a morning skincare routine because you want to protect the skin throughout the day. So you're going to get started with, first of all, washing your face using a suitable cleanser for your skin type. Then you're heading into the Ordinary water-based serums. They have several ones for different skin concerns. So if you should go with one of their eye serums, like the Argiline solution or caffeine solution, which can be used on the eye contour, use one of them at first before heading into your serums that you would apply all over your face and neck. After that, if you should have an anhydrous solution at home, this would be then the next step, like for example the Ordinary antioxidant serums, then this would be then the step that you can follow on top of. And then you're heading into creams. Now this can be the moisturizer before applying your sunscreen if you like to include it, otherwise skip the moisturizer and immediately head into the application of the sunscreen. Nonetheless, your sunscreen is the last step in your morning skincare routine because it helps to protect the skin from the UV rays that can cause the damage to the skin. So therefore, this would be then the setup that you can follow. Now below the little squares, like the example routine based on the order of application, you can follow the specific guide on how much you would need to use when following that routine in the morning. But there you have all everything laid out in a simple slide that you can hopefully understand and follow then at home if you like to recreate it. Now I want to emphasize that I have prepared for you everything in a PowerPoint, including the benefits of the individual treatments that I have picked. So if you want to look into them, you will find the PowerPoint in the description box down below. But now I want to keep my main focus towards the application. So I have simplified the routine so that I can go over it much faster. So we have the cleansing step right here, then you're going to move on to your zone, then the moisturizer if you should feel the need, and then head into the sunscreen. So those are the steps that I want to include and I want to demonstrate. So we are getting started with the first step, which is washing your face using your favorite cleanser that's suitable for your skin type, as you want to make sure that you're going to apply your skincare products to a freshly washed and clean face. Now, before washing your face, make sure that your hands are clean. And then when heading into washing your face, this can be done above the sink or in the shower. Either way is fine, whatever is going to work the best for you. Now I have two examples right here of regular cleansers. Now you could go ahead and use the Ordinary Squalane Cleanser in the morning as well, but for me personally I prefer to use that one in the evening, as it is an excellent cleanser to remove stubborn sunscreen as well as makeup, which includes their mineral sunscreen as well. So therefore I have two other ones right here. So I'm going to pick Cetaphil's Daily Facial Cleanser as an example. If you have a different cleanser, exchange it and read the directions on the back of the packaging. So right here it mentions I need to apply to wet skin and then later on rinse it off with water. So when working with water, my suggestion would be always work with lukewarm water to warm water so that it feels comfortable on the skin and that you can properly remove it from the skin. So let's go ahead and do this. And use about 1 to 2 pumps of your cleanser so that you have enough to massage it all over your face and neck. Rub it between your hands and then massage it for about 30 seconds to a minute all over. So once you have massaged your cleanser all over, now you can go ahead and rinse it off. So I'm going to rinse most of it off by using my hands, but still above the sink you always have some residue left on the skin surface. So to make sure that I'm able to get everything off the skin, I like to work with makeup microfiber washcloths, which I'm going to wet in between, squeeze them out, and then gently use it to swipe it across the face to get an excess of the cleanser off the skin, which you can use in the morning as well as evening, especially great to remove sunscreen and makeup as well. So now go ahead and rinse again. And now go ahead and take a clean towel and gently pat all over your face and neck to remove the excess water from the skin surface, because you do not want to apply your treatments, nor your moisturizer, nor your sunscreen on wet skin. So now once you're done with your cleansing step, you now can head into the next step. So again, this may be now a water-based serum, after that maybe non-hydrous solution. So in general, when it comes to the ordinary treatments, with most of their formulations, you can use about 3 to 5 drops. This should be enough for your face and neck. And when it comes to more watery textures like marine hyaluronics, then you can increase it and use between 5 to 10 drops so that you have enough. So the main goal is to not overdo it, but have enough product to apply an even and thin layer all over that easily absorbs into the skin. So as an example, I have right here the ordinary hyaluronic acid, and so I'm going to use now about 4 drops, which is usually more or less enough for my face and neck. Rub it between your hands and then blend it evenly all over. If your serum starts to foam while blending all over, don't panic, that's normal. So once you have massaged it all over your face and neck, so you have nicely blended it, then with your water-based serums you can give it about 30 seconds to a minute. With anhydrous solutions you can wait between 1 to 2 minutes in between, because it needs more time to absorb into the skin. Now I want to quickly emphasize that depending on the treatment that you have at home, please make sure to read based on the directions if you can use it on the eye contour or not, as this may change. But for the rest, this would be then the application and step of your treatment, of your serum. Then after that, once it has absorbed into the skin, you can move on to the next step. So in the morning, if you want to include, for example, the ordinary natural moisturizing factors, as it is a cream-like texture, you would use it after the serums. And so then you are going to use about a pea size to a bean size amount and then evenly apply it all over your face and neck. So about that much, more or less. It can be slightly adjusted, but you should have enough product to blend it evenly all over. So, and once you have applied your cream-based product all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off. And now you can head into the sunscreen application. Now in between, I recommend giving it about 1 to 2 minutes, maybe a minute longer, so that it has time to set before applying the sunscreen all over, so that you're making sure that it's going to layer comfortably when doing this in the morning. Now when it comes to the sunscreen, I'm going to use the ordinary SPF 30 sunscreen. Now in general, both are mineral sunscreens. Both have a cream-like texture, which can be used on its own as well. So if you do not feel the need of using a moisturizer beforehand, if you just want to use a sunscreen on its own without the treatments in betweens, that's completely fine as well. The sunscreen is there to help you to protect the skin from the UV rays if you have sun exposure. And so you're going to apply it between like 15 to 20 minutes before sun exposure. And when it comes to the amount of product that you're going to use, my general general guide can be totally adjusted because not everyone has the same size of face as well as neck, would be use about half a teaspoon for your face, neck and ears, and about 1 teaspoon if you want to include your décolletage as well, so that you have enough product to blend it evenly and thinly all over. And with their mineral sunscreen, since that one leaves a grey cast, white cast as well, I do want to emphasize it as well because it is a mineral sunscreen, which is quite common for mineral sunscreens, you will be able to see where you have blended it. So you want to make sure that you're going to distribute it evenly to protect the skin. So I have half a teaspoon right here, which I'm going to fill up so I can cover my face, neck as well as ears. This is now my main focus, so I can share with you an overall general guide. So about that much more or less, and then you can go ahead and take that amount and evenly blend it all over, including around your eyes. It shouldn't irritate your eyes. Now, of course, if for any reason it should irritate your eyes, please avoid the eye area, but generally speaking, you can use it around the eyes. Just make sure to not get it into your eyes. Same applies to your mouth. Please do not get it into your mouth. And then I'm going to take the product onto my fingertips. The half a teaspoon guide is a measurement guide that I want to share with you so that you have an idea of like how much you would need to use. Of course, once you know how much it's going to be, you can just immediately dispense the product in the palm of your hand. And as you can see, it has a nice creamy texture, but of course it's going to leave like a light white cast or grayish cast because it's not completely white. So I'm now going to take the time to distribute it evenly where I want to protect the skin. And then I'm going to start blending it. So, and once you have blended it evenly all over, you're going to leave it on the skin. There's no need to wash it off, and this is the last step in your morning skincare routine. Now again, remember to wait at least 15 to 20 minutes before heading into the sun. Now, this is now what it looks like once you have it on. It's a mineral sunscreen. It leaves a white cast, or some say a grayish cast. It's not truly white. And this is going to settle a bit, like still a bit. It's going to become less whitish, less grayish the more you're heading into your day, but still you will always see that light white or grayish cast, which, I mean, it's personal preference. Some do not mind it, others do not like it at all, but I want to share this with you. I want to share with you a proper application as well as what the sunscreen looks like once you have it on, so that you then can decide based on that. But overall, it is an excellent sunscreen that can be used on all skin types, and it is rich in antioxidants as well, not only to protect the skin from the UV rays, but to strengthen your skin as well. And so this is what I wanted to share with you. This is the routine that I have prepared for you, and I do hope that you enjoyed this video and that you find it helpful. If you did so, please don't forget to give the thumbs up as well as share it. And if you now want to learn more about ordinary products, maybe the ORDAF applications, see different skincare treatments, or how you can properly remove this sunscreen again from the skin, well, I'm going to leave such videos at the end of this video so that you can keep on watching. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one. Happy skincaring. Bye.